for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke. All right, we got a lot to get to this show. We're going to talk transfer portal. Scheer is sick. He just got back from Newark, New Jersey. Hard to believe after being in SRS and Newark, New Jersey, that you should be sick, Scheer. That would
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Hard to believe, but it is what it is. All right, we got a lot to get to. We are going to talk the transfer portal. Everybody hit subscribe and the like button. We are going to talk some Arizona women's basketball. We are basketball insiders when it comes to Arizona women's basketball. You all know that. But when it comes down to it, we got to talk the portal first. Give your thoughts. We're going to give our thoughts on KJ Lewis. We're going to talk about Henry. Is Henry possibly fake news? But first, KJ Lewis. Scheer, you're not a KJ Lewis guy. I get it. I understand the I love the portal. Scheer, I know you're not a KJ Lewis guy, but I can also say at the end of the day that this might have been a good parting for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate KJ's defensive ability and overall toughness and all that, but there's just something about his body language and offensive IQ, I guess I would call it, that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I think he wants a bigger role to be able to score more and make a little bit more money and all that. And I think this is a case where it's probably going to wind up being good for both parties, but it's also not a case where Arizona pushed him out at all. They absolutely wanted him back.
Okay, now we got a couple different things in here. Claire talking about softball, my Dave Hickey. That was a good hire. Hey, how is softball doing this year, Scheer? Are they any good?
Pretty good. Yeah, they're good.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, now let's talk about Henry Vasar. A couple things on Henry. I like Henry a lot. I don't want to lose Henry. So we need to be very clear about that. People are also making Henry out like he's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, here's where I'm at with this, and we're going to talk about this, but Henry at the same time, this is going to be a cost benefit situation in college basketball going forward. People need to understand that, Scheer.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, Henry's not in the portal yet. Trilly, our guy, we could say that our guy Trilly reported that he is likely portaling, and Trilly's usually right, but he's not in yet. We'll know today, should know today. I like Henry a lot. I'm a big Henry fan. I've never really talked crap about Henry, but it's something that we do. It's Arizona fans. It either goes one of two ways. Number one,
they either pull your thing where you say they suck.
Yeah, you either crap on a guy and say you don't want him, or you make him out to be. You went Kareem. Brogan went Ralph Sampson. I'll go Bill Russell. It's
sometimes
like,
they're just Dylan Anderson.
Yeah, it's like the guy was the best center in college basketball, and there's just no way that Arizona could ever replace him, and we're all dead.
Yeah.
He's good. Don't get me wrong. The idea that they can't replace him is far-fetched to me personally. But again, you want him back. And we're not saying this is a scenario. We don't know this. But let's say, and this is happening a lot throughout college basketball, but let's say Henry goes and says, I want $1 million. And Arizona has $1 million. But the problem is they don't have $1 million for Henry, Carter, and Toby Awaka, right? Or whatever. Braden Burries. And so they say, look, Henry, we love you, but we can't do it. Do you choose Henry by himself, or do you choose Carter, Braden Burries, and Toby Awaka? You know what I mean? Like that's college basketball now.
And that's honestly what this comes down to. What did Cody just
Cody said that you did call Henry the best center in college basketball next season if he returns.
I don't know if he wouldn't be. Well, but here's my point, though, is that just because you have the money, obviously at the end of the day, Tommy Lloyd, and he did this last year with Umar Ballo, leader of men. He decided, you know what? I need, and this isn't a slight, I need Koa Pete and I need Braden Burries because it's harder to get somebody that's comparable to their game than it is with Henry Vasar. And he was right about that this past year. I mean, if you look at it, let's say, and I'm just throwing out examples here, but let's say the alternative is that you get back, and again, I'm just throwing out examples. Let's say that the alternative is you bring back Carter Bryant and you also have Crevis and Steven, or, with Koa Pete up front. Is that crazy talk that's what you would prefer? Because I don't. As much as I like Henry, I would prefer to have that lineup.
Yeah, of course you would. Why wouldn't you?
Right. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. I mean, it's a scenario where it's like, this is just the world we live in now. That's just it.
Kobe L. Thiel, by the way, Kobe L. Thiel, put your handle in this. We're going to get Kobe L. Thiel to 3,500 followers by the end of the summer. This is my swear to my unborn child. But Kobe L. Thiel, put your Twitter handle in there. We need to get Kobe L. Thiel in there. All right, now, yeah, Cody, whatever. All right, now, I don't need to talk about Carter Bryant for a second. I have no clue what Carter is going to do. But at the same time, I am going to say this. This is not something where his camp is in a hurry for him to leave, or he is in a hurry to leave, Scheer. I will let you go.
Yeah, this is not a situation where they're looking to take the first train out, as they say, right?
Right.
It's there. Carter's going to think about it. He probably has already started. It's going to be him and his family, and that's it. They're not listening really to us. They're not listening to social media. A lot of it may just straight up be Carter, right? And they like the college experience. They value the college experience, and they value not the immediate check, but the ability to stay in the NBA and be ready. I would probably put this at 50-50 right now.
I would too. Now, what is Carter worth in NIL? About $1 million. It's just a guess, but I'd say about $1 million, something like that. We're going to talk about Merez Johnson Jr. Illinois, baby, here we come. Okay, but Jeremiah Dibble, a great Jeremiah Dibble, by the way, in here. Okay, but that's where I stand. If you lose, you're not going to be able to keep everybody, because again, this also is in Arizona, and I feel okay saying this, and this all fluctuates, but I've had enough people tell me this. Arizona's got about a $5 million NIL to deal with. You're always trying to get that more, but you guys can do the math. You guys can probably figure out how much some players are worth, how much some players aren't worth. And again, if you're saying to yourself that, let's just say that Henry on the open market gets $1.3 million. I'm just throwing out an example there. Is that really more impactful than, say, possibly getting Carter and Mo and Steven back? That's really what this comes down to. I hate to be that guy that keeps repeating it, but every now and then I get a good point and I'm just going to keep repeating it.
And look, I'm going to say this too, Mike. It's a fight. It's a fight with every play in the roster. I mean, Jaden Bradley's getting offers right now too. Arizona's fighting to keep him. Does that mean I think he's going to leave? Not necessarily, but Arizona's fighting to keep him. Every guy in the portal, or every team, is making guys offers. Like Bradley's gotten offers. Carter, I don't think Carter would ever enter the portal. I feel confident saying it's NBA Arizona, but he's damn sure getting offers to enter the portal. Every guy in Arizona's roster is getting offers, and Arizona has to fight them, and they are not unique in this situation. Yeah,
it's just not. All right, now, Brogan said something very, very funny. At this point, when Mike says, I have no idea, it means he has every idea. Brogan, you are flattering me, but that is not true. Look at Brogan flirting with me from afar. Okay, but now we got to talk about some other things that we need to flirt with first, and that's Aeris Dental. And I want to get into this loyalty aspect here in a second, because I don't necessarily disagree with that, even though you guys are smarter than me. All right, let's talk Aeris Dental though. All right, Scheer, let me see your tongue. I know you're sick, but let's see it. All right, that's an excellent indication that you know somebody that has been to Aeris Dental. You have your tongue intact. They haven't gotten rid of it. And on top of that, they also, now, Scheer, when are you getting your implants?
Sooner the better. Better.
But here's the deal with Tucson Tooth Implants. TucsonImplants.com. You can get your implants, my friend. You can get your implants for $19.97, the championship package. And guess what? Land the Man with the Master Plan cannot be raising that package up anymore until next year, where it might be 2026. But, and again, there's a guy that came in from like Iowa or something, and he got it, and Land the Man's going to be, we're going to be talking about this guy. I want to get him on the show if he wants to get on there. Mr. Tyler Warden's a great question. Yes, so daily urgent care, dental implants at affordable prices, TucsonTeeth.com, owned by Arizona alumni, only offer necessary treatment, and TucsonTeeth.com. What? All right, now what else we got? All right. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now, Dennis Walsh hasn't been in the chat, aka Mike Luke's daughter. I know that is you, young man. I know that is you. But Dennis Walsh, the great thing when he's flying over Tucson, he can see that parking lot because that thing is so big. That's because many people go there and they leave their cars there to have a little bit of a fun time, a little bit of a sipping back on grandma's old cough medicine for only $2. Now they don't offer cough medicine, but they offer 200 craft beers, $2 deals, my friends, pizza, wings, tacos, and more. No bad seats in the house. Heck, you might even see me there. That is cool. Check it out, RJ's. We're going to be having an event there. I don't like UFC, but guess what? I'm going to go there and pretend to know what I'm watching, and I'm going to tell Brogan that I've got a guy on the ground who knows that everything going on. Hey, should we tell that Brogan story real quick?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, this is a pretty good story. So I know nothing about UFC, but that's fair to say. I was a big boxing fan, but I know nothing about UFC. And so I told Brogan one time, and I think this is when like Conor McDavid was fighting who was the guy? Or Conor McGregor. Who was he fighting? And he was like he was a massive underdog. Ago. But one of them was a massive underdog, like a plus 350 or something like that. And so either way, I said, I got a guy on the ground here that
on the ground.
And whatever happened, and it turned out to be right. Then there was a fight like 2 weeks later. And yes, guys just said he's still pushing the parking lot. Yeah, I don't know what to say. But then like 2 weeks later, there was like another UFC fight. Sure, I'm not making any of this up.
No.
And it was another massive underdog. And I said, I got a boots on the ground here. And then I think after a while, Brogan actually started thinking that this was true. And he said, he's like, hey, what's your guy saying for some other fight? It was totally made up, but it was just funny. Conor McDavid is a whiny, UFC's every week. Okay, either way. Now, the loyalty aspect. I don't buy that. I get what everybody's saying is, but at the end of the day, dude, an assistant coach, there was something on Twitter where they showed some coach who's been an assistant now at 3 different Power 5 schools in the last 4 years or whatever. If an assistant coach, which is generally the lead recruiter on a lot of those players, can go wherever he wants every single year, get bought out, whatever, I don't really have a problem with it. Is it ideal? Should there probably be limits? Yeah, but I like it more than just players being stuck in there, period.
Loyalty is so fake.
It is.
It's just fake. You're as loyal as your next check, right? It's like I got annoyed yesterday, I think it was, when people were like, but KJ Lewis grew up wanting to go to Arizona. That's great. You pay me $750,000. I'll grow up wanting to go to your school too. Like it's like the whole dream school thing. Guess what, guys? Josh Green said his dream school is North Carolina. You know where he didn't go and play school? North Carolina, right? Yeah. Like the dream school thing is generally, now you get an exception. Carter Bryant an exception.
Did Arizona outbid North Carolina for Josh Green?
I think they did actually. Yeah, the whole dream school thing is just fake. It's not real. And there's exceptions, obviously, but generally speaking, it's not real.
Still, all right. Now, Vegas Falcon, my guy, $20 super snap. Are we trying to keep ADO? When is Burry's expected to announce?
Burry's just said at the McDonald's thing in the next week or two.
Yeah. Okay. And he's been very, very good at the
ADO. I mean, look, if ADO comes to Arizona and says so and so wants to pay me $200,000, Arizona's probably going to say, "Good luck, ADO."
Yeah, exactly. Now, when is the let's see. What it comes down to, I like ADO, but ADO's got to be very, very realistic here, my friends. If ADO wants to come back as like an 8th man, and he said, "Hey guys, Saul had some nice words for you guys in the Duke eulogy, hatchet buried," I don't got a problem with Saul. Boom, there. Boom.
I talked to Saul in where were we? Newark.
Yeah, I don't got a problem with Saul. It's cool. Yeah. And like I said, so it was Kevin, Damon, all good dudes. All right, but let's see here. Are we trying to keep? But
when you go back to your loyalty, Mike, isn't ADO a good example of this? This dude transferred from Campbell, wasn't really that good, right? And Tommy Lloyd started him like the entire season,
right?
And then he's going to leave. Like, what more does he want?
Right. I don't. And here's the other thing too. If ADO is back as an 8th man, I'm totally cool with it. Totally cool with it. If you know that your role could possibly be 18 minutes in a game, depending on how you're hitting, or if you know that your role could be 5 minutes per game, if that's what it is, I'm totally cool with that. I like ADO. I don't know that ADO can make a jump. I kind of disagree with that. I think ADO is.
I don't think ADO can make a jump at all.
I don't think he can jump.
He's always going to be a shooter. You don't think he can jump? It's
more of a joke. Yes. ADO is Carter's backup in the 3 is fine. Totally agree with that. Yeah, when does the portal close?
April 22nd.
All right. Drones for bones. That means every single day. I love the portal. Okay. Now
We're not going to BS. The portal's great for business. It's stressful because I can't leave my house on any time.
Right.
But
cash rules everything around me.
So here's what people have to realize. Arizona will not move on any backcourt potential starter until Jaden Bradley is 100% coming back to Arizona and Braden Burries has made a decision.
Right.
Because you can't piss off Burries or Bradley, and Cadeau's not coming here, or blank is not coming here to back up someone.
All right, here's where, yes, let's talk about Braden Burry, or not Braden Bradley. Who I want to talk about? Oh, Jaden Bradley. Braden Bradley. Braden Bradley and Jaden Burries. What a backcourt next year. Here's the thing. I'm much higher on Jaden Bradley than Scheer is. But at the end of the day, I am. This is true.
I like him, but
yes, okay, you do. But I'm gonna say this. Though. I hope he comes back. I think you win a championship with guys like him as the glue guy. Period. Point blank. But at the same time, I'm also, when people keep saying that Cadeau sucks, I am going to say this, is that you also need to go with the Hubert Davis rule here. And I think Brogan made this point. It's a really good point. Hubert Davis sucks. Hubert Davis is a bad basketball coach. Caleb Love, none of the problems they had at North Carolina, they had at Arizona. I'm not going to hold what Cadeau did against him just because of he played under Hubert Davis.
Yeah, I'm not a big Cadeau guy, but you made that actually. That actually is a disappointment. Yeah, like I'm not. You look at Cadeau's numbers. He turns the ball over 3 times a game. He did have 6 assists. He struggled a lot against good opponents, but then you do realize Hubert Davis sucks.
Yeah. Yes. That curved line. Yeah, Luis Ordonez or Hubert Davis sucks too. That curved lineup. See, I don't get it though. With all these guys that if all these guys that have like these fake hairlines now and stuff, how do they get lined up? I don't get that. How do you line up?
The worst haircut I saw of a coach, McKay on Liberty, has the worst hair I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that's all fake, right?
Yeah, it's like someone took a Sharpie right before the game, and they just
really dumb. I don't get it, man. I don't get why men won't just bald. Who cares? Like,
hey, look at me. Look how gorgeous I am.
Man. Look at Scheer and Brogan. I mean, they embraced it. I just don't get it, but either way. Now Dwayne Aristod, Wildcat Fanalytics. By the way, can we call out D'Artagnan and Udifo for a minute here?
That's all we do. Just what are we doing it for?
Listen, these guys, seriously, I'm telling you, they run hands down the best U of A podcast going. Most analytic. It's not like this where it's just like me talking about farts and like a little basketball and like, Ted Wardo. These guys are awesome. They're great. They're next level analysts. But guess what? They haven't been doing their show for a couple months now. And guess what, Scheer? That means I can't steal anything from them. That's what this is really about.
Disgusting.
I don't get it. But either way, no. But he makes the point. Dwayne Aristod. This is going to be our daily homage to Murph. Dwayne Aristod looks like a beast. Now, here's my thing. Dwayne Aristod at 6'8", 225, 230. You look at those pictures, and Ben was talking about how sizzling. I mean, everybody's talking about portal entries and whatnot. But if you've got somebody that, that looks like Dwayne Aristod, sometimes you're not going to need the portal entry. But Aristod looks awesome, though. He's just got to be able to. If he's healthy, he's going to be great.
The staff loves him. They think he's a legitimately good player that we're not talking about enough. They're probably right. He's a big dude, big wingspan, shoots the ball. I mean, you saw that picture. You were gushing over it. Ben got super excited at that picture. Sent it to everyone. It was a great picture. Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Emmanuel. We want to break this news?
What's that? What do you got?
Trilly? Should we do Trilly?
Yeah, what do you got? Talk to me.
E-Man
in the portal?
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Let's see here. Steven to portal. All right. Well, either way. It is what it is. What's the name of their podcast? It's like Wildcat Fanalytics or something. Who is a better prospect, Ray Smith or Aristod? That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. I don't know. The
What is
problem
the
with
question?
who's a
Sorry,
better prospect, Ray Smith or Aristod?
Aristod.
The problem with the hold on.
Yeah, I don't know actually. Oh yeah, it's definite. Emmanuel Steven is in the portal, 100%.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, I'm not
really saying. My bad, Travis. I totally missed it because I'm on the show. Travis.
Yeah. All right. Well,
either
way, you can get somebody, Merez Johnson Jr. perhaps. Now,
I love E-Man. See, here's the thing. E-Man could not have misplayed this more.
Correct.
He is the one that didn't want a red shirt.
Right.
Arizona wanted to redshirt him.
Right.
He did not want to redshirt. And so they played him against their will, basically. And then he wastes the season and now he transfers. He could not have misplayed that more.
Yeah, I don't get it at all, but hey, maybe I don't know. We'll see. But either way, I like him.
Don't freak out. I like him, but come on, guys. Come on. If you can't get a backup center in the portal, that's as good as Emmanuel Steven.
Yes. Now, I want to talk about something ball handling experience here, but first we got to pay a little bit of bills here. A little bit of bills. First, what do we got? Talk to me. Okay. That's a great question from Cody. Okay. All right, Michael Rubin, Swift, from the Swift Mortgage Group. Jason Terry, use code Jason Terry for $500 off. Now, you might say to yourself, man, I want to buy, sell, or refinance. Local to Tucson, my friends, lifelong Wildcat fan, former teacher. He can help you buy, sell, or refinance. The great thing about it, too, is a senior loan mortgage officer. Rubin Group, enter the Swift Mortgage Group. And again, Scheer, if you need help with debt reconciliation, all of that, Michael Rubin is the man. Now get that QR code up there, and use code Jason Terry for $500 off. Gotcha. Now, what else we got? Oh, Baggins. Oh, yummy in my tummy. Scheer, everybody out there, go to Baggins. Scheer, are you going to Baggins today? You don't feel good. Go to Baggins.
That actually sounds like a good idea. I could go for their soup and half a sandwich.
Yes. Brennan to replace Duke. Oh my gosh. Get Brennan to replace.
Look at Mike and look. Let's just do the ad and then we'll talk. Do the ad.
Let's stay on Baggins for a second. We got to pay the bills. Everybody, though, we need you. We're not doing as good enough a job as we all need to. Everybody, this is a community. This is community deal. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. It makes us look better. Please go there. Get some of these. What do you like again? You and Ben one. What do you like again?
Sundown.
The Sundown, yummy in my tummy. Get the Sundown. Check it out. Baggins. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. All right. No, we're not going to land Dame Sar and Tyrone Riley. I like the theory of Tyrone Riley. He averaged 9 points a game at San Francisco, though, and he supposedly he's asking for $1 million.
I know we hate Goodman, but his tweet that he just had is accurate. So can I read it?
Yeah, Goodman sucks, but yeah, every now and then somebody
the top portal players, according to his sources, and he's accurate, they're asking for $2.5 to $3 million.
Right.
So the reason this number is high, Mike, is because NIL is close to dying. When
right.
the revenue share comes through, the NIL isn't going to be there. So these guys are saying, pay me $3 million now because I don't even know if I can make $3 million in 3 months. So the prices are astronomical on purpose.
Can you explain explain the revenue sharing and how that's going to be different now and why NIL won't be?
So basically, your money is going to come from the school as opposed to New Balance or whatever, or Bob's Car Wash.
But can a school then? But can the NIL then boost on top of the revenue sharing?
No.
So
NIL is basically done.
Okay, so what I'm getting at with this then is that it's
not done. It's different.
It kind of levels the playing field a little bit, correct?
Revenue sharing levels the playing field a little bit. What the most interesting aspect of the revenue sharing, Mike, is a school like, say, Villanova, where Kevin Willard just left Maryland to Villanova, and everyone's like, why? Well, Villanova doesn't have football.
Right.
So that's why their revenue is going to basketball.
Right.
So there's going to be some schools like a Gonzaga per se that all that money is now going towards basketball. How does
that work in different conferences? I actually don't know this. How does it work in different conferences at like the WCC as opposed to the
nothing? It's just schools are gonna have different divisions. Arizona's gonna be fine in both areas.
Okay, so Arizona. Okay, so but football then
Football's
is
always going to get more because there's 120 guys on a roster.
right. But as far as this is actually not a bad thing for Arizona, correct?
No, it's fine. Now, if you asked Arizona's coaches, they would say it is a bad thing in the sense like what I just told you, the Gonzagas of the world, but like Kansas still has football, Houston still has football, Florida clearly still has football. Like the best schools now, UConn, they have a decision to make. The football's not great.
I would get rid of it.
What is their divide? That is going to be interesting because you can divide it any way you want.
I don't get it too. I still don't get this. And AZ Cat said, I don't get why can't they also give NIL on top of that then?
You can do endorsements and stuff. I think it's just different. Like St. John's is another one. They don't have football.
Oh, Rick Pitino. Oh, Ricky P, baby. Now, won't the Big Ten and SEC have more money because of football?
So revenue sharing supplements NIL.
So NIL is still a thing.
It's still a thing, but the idea is that it's going to lessen because the school will now be paying kids $1 million on their own. It's gonna. You see what I'm saying? Like,
interesting.
Yeah.
So is there all right? So there's a cap. When is the NIL supposed to? When is the NIL supposed to change? Is it for next season?
It's whenever this house settlement gets done.
Okay. Now Cody James Martin. Cody James Martin just said Arizona should cut football as well and just go with basketball. If you were to put a poll out there amongst people in this city, what would that poll be? It's not the right decision, but there would be a substantive amount of people that would go for that.
Oh, easily.
Oh, hey, I just got a text from somebody. You will text to me. Okay, so either way, also want to give a big shout out to all of the parents here that one might be even listening. I don't know, but everybody in there. Could we talk about this group of parents though for a second though? Scheer, you got to talk with some of them there where you were there. These are awesome peeps.
So I stayed at the team hotel. Which they didn't advertise, but I advertised for Shelby. Andre Varys. I don't think one guy will blame this story. This is how cool the parents are. So Andre Varys, and I don't think he'll mind. You don't think he'll mind this, right?
But I don't say anything. But hold on. What's up?
What?
Yeah. All right. Just speak in generalities.
We talked to a parent in the lobby. Yeah. No, I am for like an hour, right? And we hung out, and I've done just hung out in the lobby because you had to check out of your hotel at 11, but a lot of flights weren't until later. And we're talking, and our guy Andre Varys is like, "Yeah, I need to get an Uber to the airport." And this parent goes, "No, you don't. I'll just take you to the airport." Right? Like it's like and like these guys, like we've dealt with some wild parents, like some crazy parents. There's one guy at Oregon right now, right? Well, and so in general, like it's not a guarantee.
But Jaden's family, Carter's family, Caleb's family, they're all awesome.
They're awesome. They're so like Jaden's dad. I've talked to him. I've never really talked to mom. Awesome. The Caleb's parents said hi to me in the lobby. Awesome. Just a bunch of awesome people.
I've always wondered what Caleb's parents think about me calling him my Caleb.
Yeah, but especially because like he is like I told the mom that. I said, you realize like you don't even own this kid. Like,
right.
This
yes.
is Michael Luke's Caleb.
Michael Luke.
My bad.
Yes, Michael Luke claims claims him. So either way, all right. Now, one thing that I do want to
bad.
Yeah, that sounds awful. But
my white friend Mike says that it's his.
Yeah, I know. I realize it was funny. Somebody DM'd me that the other day, and they're like, "Yeah, you should be careful about that. We know where it's coming from, but listen, if you know me by now, you know where that that is definitely coming from a place of love. It is fair to say nobody has backed Caleb Love harder than I have backed Caleb Love during his time at Arizona. Correct?
Yes.
That's the show. Thanks. See you. All right, now I want to talk about a little bit of the backup off.
Today is so wild with the portal. Sorry, it's like do you hear my phone beeping?
Right.
Every time my phone beeps, it's a new major player to the portal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, something else. Everybody was talking about it claims Caleb, but not buzz off, Mr. L. Feel. All right. Backup point guard was an issue this year. And I have no problem saying this. I do not care because I knew about this beforehand.
What?
Arizona should get Evan Nelson. I am going to say it now. For people that don't know, they should. I'm just saying that's my opinion. I have no clue if they've contacted him, anything like that. No clue. Arizona should get Evan Nelson, though, because Arizona didn't have a backup point guard this past year. And like a buddy of mine said, all of Tommy's talk about how good Conrad could be was just smoke. He clearly didn't want to play him unless he absolutely had to, which I get it. But at the same time, I like Evan Nelson. He averaged 9 points, shot 40% from three at Harvard, 6'2". You can put him in for 12 minutes per game. I like Evan Nelson.
I think that's the type of backup point guard, whether it's Evan Nelson or someone else, that you need, right? Like a guy that wants to be on Arizona, is willing to play 12, 15 minutes a game, is willing to put in like the work and all that, and knows that he's a backup, right? Like knows that's his role. You are backing up Jaden Bradley.
Yeah.
I think that's the type of guy. Like you said it before, and I know people gave you crap, like a Justin Kier type, right?
Yeah.
Kier never had any issues with his role. Never.
Yeah. That's what I want.
He was fine. That's what you need. You
know what?
You can't play Jaden Bradley 38 minutes a game. You can't do it.
You know what's funny too is that all of these people that I can't, like I said, I got to say that Conrad actually played well. I can't dispute any of that. I'm just saying that Tommy clearly, that was a lot of hot air when he was talking about him being.
Could you hear me scream on television when Conrad hit the three?
No.
I almost threw my shirt on the court.
Right. Yes, I thought Conrad was great. No, I'm not disagreeing with that. But if you're a backup point guard, you don't, if you're a backup point guard, you've got to be able, the coach has to be able to trust to play.
What? Even if Conrad comes back, I still add another guard.
Yeah.
You can never have enough ball handlers. Ben says this all the time. Anytime you can add someone that can handle the ball, you got to get them close to you.
You've got to be able to do it, and it just is what it is. Yes, we're going to get to a little bit of Arizona women's basketball talk. Steven entered the portal. Thank you, William. Okay.
Reed.
Yes,
thank you.
Appreciate you. Yes. All right. Now, we talked about these Henry rumblings yet. I don't know if they're real. This is weird.
They're rumbling. So here's the deal. All these guys that are getting announced officially are in the portal. Emmanuel Steven is in the portal. Done deal.
Right.
Ben just texted me.
Ben White. Ben White.
Right.
We love our Ben White. Oh, hey, you guys want to hear a funny story? So anyways, the video that I took when Illinois was losing that so many people got mad about, where I just kept going, Ben White, back to K, baby, back to K. Dude, so all of these Illinois fans started messaging. I had two people DM me, and then I had somebody else also say, who the heck is Ben White? Like, you watch your mouth. You watch your mouth.
Piece of crap. You watch your mouth.
You watch it, young man. But yes, wait, is Ben White in the portal right now? No, he is not in the portal.
Absolutely not.
But Ben would also agree with what Andre Veras just said for a $4.99 super step. I need 3 ball handling guards plus Conrad. So Jaden Burries, who's Jaden Burries? Oh, Jaden Burries transferred, then maybe Conrad. I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. I would say right now, as the roster sits, the biggest priority, Mike, is a backup guard, because whatever. Let's just say
ball handler, though.
Yeah, and then a wing. A wing is absolutely, a wing might be the top priority right now.
Yes, exactly.
The top priority, if we're being honest, is to keep Jaden Bradley.
Yes, but then we need to talk about Carter. We need to talk about Carter here for a second, and I have no inside information. Hold on. Yes, you are. Yes, I want to talk about Carter for a second here. Here is my take on Carter, and I have no inside information about Carter Bryant. This is just my opinion. I love Carter. Carter is the man. I watch Carter, and he is again, I saw him on University yesterday, and he just looked like a pure, like a doe, like a little deer, like just an innocent deer walking down, not knowing like how much he's worth. I need Carter back for another year. Arizona needs to make this happen. My thing is, because next year it's going to be my Carter, and if he comes back, I need my Carter to be able to come back, though, because I think he would be an All-American, and I think he would be a top 10 pick. Boom. What say you? And I worry about my Carter in the NBA. I just don't want him there yet. One more year, Carter.
Yeah, I love Carter. I don't think he's ready yet. You saw him in the Duke game, right? I just think there's a difference in strength. He needs to get stronger. And can you do that in the NBA? Of course you can, but why? Right? Like it's
No,
I think a year of college would Ben. I mean Cody. I think a year of college would benefit Carter. And I'm not one of these guys that is BSing like, oh, he needs to like. I'm not saying like when people all chant to DeAndre Ayton one more year. It's like, come on, like what are we doing? Like,
yeah, that's stupid.
You know, you got Duke fans like, oh, Cooper Flag needs one more year. No, we're not stupid here. I legitimately think Carter needs one more year to kind of shore up some things.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it too that a lot of people don't realize is that when you're a 17 or when you're an 18-year-old kid, like you also have you're with grown men that are playing dice or that are tumbling dice and you know, doing things like that and like going out to the club and you know, things like that. I think another year would just would benefit him a great deal. I don't want him to let's see here. I don't want him to like some guy coming up to him and saying, "Hey, I need $100,000 because I need a new tire or something," and he's so nice and he gives it to him or something. I don't want that. I need Carter back for one more year. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Steve Hernandez says, when you get to the NBA, all of them have a paw. I mean, again, so if you ever mess with the glove, you're gonna get the paw. That's just kind of the way it is. All right, now I want to talk a little bit about Duke Brennan.
Over Kirk Risa?
Yes. Duke, I do not see the drawback in bringing in Duke Brennan.
You know, it's funny. This started as a joke. Let's be real. We'll be honest with people, right? It started as a joke, but then the rumors of Henry came up, and now E-Man is actually in the portal. Henry, we wait. Is there a value in having like a third center? Like Tommy likes size. If Duke is okay coming here and playing 12 minutes a game, that'd be okay. Right? No, like I don't want to play 30, don't get me wrong, but I could live with Duke for 10 to 12 minutes a game. He's near his cousin or whatever. Here's another weird situation. Duke averaged 27 minutes a game. Right? Grand Canyon, we know this, Mike. Grand Canyon paid him.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back and talk about loyalty, like, and I'm not saying he's disloyal. I don't believe in loyalty in general, but it's just crazy because he's making good money. He's playing 27 minutes a game. He averaged 10 and 9.
Dude, he averaged a double-double.
Right. It's just a crazy situation, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what he wants. Now, you were on the front lines. You're pushing a Dylan Anderson, Philly B reunion.
I say we get the band back together. Okay.
Hey,
run off, right? If Conrad leaves, we bring back Kerr. We bring back Philly B to replace KJ. We bring back Dylan to replace Emmanuel Steven. Let's just bring the band back together.
If you had to play one guy for 15 minutes per game next year for Arizona, either Philly B or Dylan Anderson.
This is easy.
Philly B?
Philly, 100%.
Philly proved himself this year.
Yeah. So I was telling this to Mike on the phone yesterday. By the way, we had 11 phone calls. Shelby was counting. You called me 11 times last night.
That's it.
We need more today. The big names don't intrigue me. The guys like Dylan, where they go to Arizona, then they go to Boise. They don't play at Boise. Like those guys intrigue me because now it's what do you do? Can you fool another school into paying you and saying that things?
Watch that verbiage
and saying that like things at Boise just didn't go well. But hey, if if I go to Creighton, I'll be better. Or does he go to like Grand Canyon? Like those portal guys. Like Philly B entered the portal. Why? He had a great role at New Mexico. Those are the ones that I really have a close eye on.
And is Philly B saying, well, Donovan Dent got $3 million, I should get $1 million?
Yeah, like those are the ones where like I'm really intrigued where they wind up. Those are the ones I'm curious about. Not the big names, because the big names are going to wind up at big schools, whatever.
All right. Now, I'm also going to go, maybe Philly B does, Philly B, to be very clear about something, Philly B also has a no contact clause entering the portal, which leads me to believe that Philly B knows where he's going.
Shout out, Alex is right. Congrats to the men's basketball national champs in wheelchair basketball. That was awesome. And then after the game, they announced that McHale gets the championship next year. So that was really cool.
I thought they played Illinois and lost.
It was in Illinois. They didn't play Illinois, I don't think, but they won. So
because I kept getting Illinois fans saying that we also beat you in wheelchair basketball.
Well, tell them they're wrong.
All right. Well, either way, I just gave in. I just capitulated. I said, fine, you guys can have that one. All right. So I want to talk Mo Krivas for a second here. This one's interesting for me because Mo Krivas is, well, I'll tell you what, let's get a couple reads in here first. What do we got, Cody? Bring them up. Bring him up. Bring him up. Longview. I discovered Andre Veris. My Andre Veris. Not your Andre Veris. My Andre Veris. Sure, this is true.
I suppose.
Yes. Now, you might say to yourself, Andre Veris, what can he do for me? And again, we got to be very, very clear about something here. We're not going to do it. Scheer, we had people coming up to us left and right and asking us to do something that we wouldn't do. Tell them about our Seattle.
Someone came up to me and they're like, will you endorse Andre Veris? And I punched him in the face.
Now, we're not going to do it.
We're not going to do it.
It won't happen.
Someone on SRS offered Mike fentanyl if he would endorse Andre Veris. He still wouldn't do it.
No, I was offered a lot of stuff. I did not. I will not do it. Period.
By the way, there's something I want to. There's a note on that. I'm going to make you happy. So read the ad, and I'm going to make you happy.
Also, Andre Veris, though, if you go through him, you want to be like Andre Veris and be very successful. Tailored retirement income strategies, distinctive wealth management solutions. The great thing too is that I can't guarantee that you might get a little bit of a discount going through Andre Veris for his personal services, but maybe you will. I don't know. Either way, check it out. Andre Veris, Longview Insurance and Investment. Trusted partner for your financial future. Now, what else you got? What else?
Oh no.
Scheer, I can't see you.
I can't see you.
Twin Mama's in here. Twin Mama talking about farting nonstop with red wines and on Twitter the other day. Oh, it was terrible.
Disgusting.
Now, yes, exactly. It was awful. But either way, now you might say to yourself, all right, I need to be able to see a little bit better. Mike, where'd you get those Tom Ford glasses? Arizona Primary Eye Care. AccuView now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposable. Arizona Primary Eye Care. We need to get them all loaded in there. Boom, 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 boom. 60 plus insurance is accepted. I am transferring over there. Proud partner of Arizona Athletics. Cheryl is the best. We very, very much appreciate them. Arizona Primary Eye Care. And guess what, Scheer? I can endorse Arizona Primary Eye Care because I just did. Boom. Get them in there. They got 4 locations. Check it out. 520-322-2713. Now, real quick, Twin Mama, I had no clue that she was as much into gas as she was. She's like talking red wines about farting on Twitter and farting out red wines. I mean, I don't know, all that stuff. Just disgusting. Okay. What did you want to tell me about Andre Veris?
No, I wanted to say that, like, I went to New York, Mike, and I admit I was probably in the better area of New York City, but significantly cleaner and less druggier. And just,
SRS?
I mean, no comparison, Mike.
SRS sucked, dude. I mean, Joe, our joke aside,
you hear all these stories. You hear all these stories about like Central Park or homeless and murders. It was gorgeous.
Did I tell you about the horse that kept blowing gas?
You wanted me to take a picture of the horse's anus. And I
said,
my wife.
No, we went on a Central Park tour when I was 18, and this horse, they had like this feed bag behind it, or I don't know what it is, and it just kept blowing wind at me. It was terrible, and it smelled awful. It was
the bag is so like if they poop, it goes in the bag instead of the floor.
Yeah, well, either way, that was an awful experience, and I remember telling my parents, I'm like, "You paid for this? This is terrible. You couldn't pay me for this." Now, I hate Jed, but SR, Scheer, let's be honest here. SR, you even said when we got in the elevator, you said, Mike,
I'm going to be real honest. I'm going to be real honest. This is honest. I like SRS, right? I do. I like parts of it. I like Pike Place. I like other parts. That SRS trip was not good. The weather was awful. We saw some unsavory things that nobody should see.
Yes.
Yeah, that was not the best trip to SRS.
We had a guy just yell out cocaine as we're walking by.
That was a nice offer, though.
Right. Yes.
And he walked in, he was like, cocaine. And I was like, I'll take 2.
Some guy threw up ice cream in a chicken bone. Like
the best thing we saw where people were lining up, like 3 or 4 people. And we were like, oh, what is this guy giving out? He was giving out tinfoil for crack.
Oh, that was so bad. Yeah, no, SRS was bad. Yeah. And guess what? We didn't even go to the Chop, the hangout. We didn't even go there. Imagine if we had gone there. But either way, SRS sucked. Scheer, will you admit though that for for somebody like me going there, it was not. It fed right into everything.
Yeah, great content for you. I told Shelby, because Shelby and I we do like SRS. We do. The weather was just insanely bad. I mean,
Yes.
My time in New York, my time in New York was so good, we extended it a day to stay in New York another day.
You didn't. We weren't thinking about extending the trip to SRO.
We were like, get us out. I am done with this joint.
Okay. All right. We got to get back to it. We got to get back to it. 535 Fit's going to talk bad about me in the comments. So we need to get back to it. Okay.
Newark sucks, though. Newark sucks.
Newark's awful. Yeah, I told you that one, though.
Although they have this mall, Mike. They have the mall. So real quick, they have a mall in Newark that must have cost like $3 billion. It's got 2 theme parks in it. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
The only thing Newark is good for is filming The Wire. That's it. No other things. Okay, now let's get back to, all right, let's see. We got some questions. 535 Fit, you were making a point about Krivas that went on a totally different subject. We would never do that on this show, ever. Watch your mouth, 535 Fit. But yes, I will say that I was not overly impressed by, and Andy, remind me, we'll get to some Adia talk. We are insiders. I was not overly impressed by what I saw from Mount Krivas last year, but at the same time, I am going to say that I was telling Brogan this, I am, what Tommy Lloyd thinks on big men, I'm going to go with, man. I mean, his track record is, now listen, if he's vouching for like a point guard, might be a little, but
if Tommy Lloyd sits there and tells us multiple times, Mike, that he thought Krivas would be one of the best bigs in the country if healthy, that he designed his offense around how good Krivas was going to be.
His offense about how good Kerr could be, right?
Who am I to not believe him? The dude knows about bigs, clearly. Right? Well, so it's like a part of me is like, look, I love Henry. But clearly Tommy has an affection.
Breaking news. So my really good buddy Derek Sizemore who works at Raytheon, just says the guy next to me has your show on right now. Unreal. Yes, Raytheon.
Raytheon, baby.
Support Raytheon, baby. Yes. What? Okay. Yes, that's awesome. I assume he's at Raytheon because that's where he works. But I know I'm just with it. I get all of Krivas did nothing for me this year as well, but I get it though. I mean, if Tommy said that guy can be awesome, then I'm totally cool with what he's going with there. I mean, he's got a track record. Mike taking over the military industrial complex. AZ-12 is big in there.
Yeah, dude, we're like, they're gonna write our names on missiles.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I'm looking at this screenshot, and the previous message from my buddy Derek is just saying, there's no way Jennifer Lopez is 55 with a picture. And then it says, guy next to me has your show on right now. This is so good. We just shouted him out. Okay. Now I want to talk to what else were we supposed to talk about then? Oh, coaching stuff. I'll be honest here. I like, TJ and Adia. We'll get back to Adia. TJ and Murph are
demand our Adia coverage.
Yes, we demand. Yes, we're going to start spending 5 minutes per show with talking about Arizona women's basketball. But at the end of the day, Steve Robinson, I think you got to upgrade. I mean, I give you the Lifetime Achievement Award. I give all of that, but I need to have somebody. I need to have 3 guys in there that are scouring the, especially if you're only going to offer 2 kids per class, you got to have 3 recruiters. You got to have basically 1.5 recruiters for every kid you offer. That's my MO. Yeah.
Steve Robinson is very well liked. I assume, he's not going to be back next year. I think that's the assumption around the program. I think they're also going to kind of let him do it on his own terms. What that looks like, I don't know. But they need to replace him with a major recruiter.
All right, now this nifty cello, this is the movement that we are going to start. The second this is announced, how do we get Orlando Antigua to Tucson?
Oh, I'll work on it.
Right.
I'll work on it.
I mean, I think that would be Rodney Terry. Okay, now Kobe L. Field keeps leading the Rodney Terry brigade. What say you on that one, Scheer?
For what?
The assistant coach.
I know, but for what? What does he do well?
I don't know. I think they're just saying that because his name's Rodney Terry. I don't know what else.
He's probably the only African American coach that have these guys now.
All right. Hey, Gerald Salgado, you guys need to start sticking to talking sports. Cut all the nonsense out. No.
I think Gerald Salgado basically said he wants us to cancel the show.
Gerald, you want us to get rid of the show, is what you're saying. We will not get rid of the show. We will stand strong in the face of it.
Here's what I'm thinking. Who's to say that we can't bring Book back?
I don't get that one. Now, again, they won't, but I don't know why you can't. You just,
they won't, Mike. Tony Bland is coaching right now.
I don't get why Book comes back. Isn't Book really sick, though?
No, I don't know. He's got health issues.
I thought Book was like on an oxygen tank or something. Isn't he?
No.
So he's okay. All right. Well, I'm just saying I like Book. I got no problem with Book. But LOL optics, that's why OC bodybuilders. Very, very true. But yes, they need to upgrade that position. I don't know what else to say. They got to upgrade that position. I wish Steve Robinson nothing but the best, but boom, there it is. Okay. Now, Braden Burries then, he's killing it at the McDonald's game. I think that Braden Burries is probably in 24/7. I bet he's going to move up to about 7 or 8. Is this true, Scheer?
Yeah, I think Botsy posted that he's going to fight a little bit for him to move up a couple spots.
Right. Yes. Now, Alex says Bill Self was why can't they hire Mike? Bill Self was worse than Miller, and he got a lifetime contract. This is all what it comes down to, though. You've got to win. If Sean Miller had won 2 national titles and 6 Final Fours,
I thought you were going to blame Dave.
No, I'm not going to blame Dave. Not going to blame Dave. By the way, how's baseball and softball doing?
I don't know, but the person we're about to rip in a segment was given a $1.3 million a year contract by Dave.
All right. Let's talk a little Arizona women's basketball, and then we're going to get back to men's basketball because again, we will talk 5 minutes of Arizona women's basketball on the show because we are insiders. There's this Facebook group that
I joined it yesterday. That group is wild.
There is this.
I want out.
There is this Facebook group that is essentially not fans of Arizona athletics, but fans of Adia Barnes. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but they are essentially fans of Adia Barnes. Here's where Adia Barnes Adia Barnes was being silly, and well, listen, if you are with DRF, you could say a lot of different things, but DRF at the same time is no dummy. DRF is no dummy whatsoever, and DRF does not take being stood up well. So when Adia is undermining her the past month, guess what? That's not going to go over well with your boss, nor should it.
I was going to you cook. Yeah, we said it before. The Auburn stuff wasn't real. The portal stuff, it's that Facebook group. Adia's gone to that Facebook group and like destroyed Caitlin Reese in it once.
Yeah, or like her mother.
Look, Adia's just not very well liked. She's not going to get an extension to our knowledge. She's probably, there's jobs that aren't opening. She'll probably be at Arizona next year.
That's going to probably be that's going to be a difficult.
That'll be the last hurrah. Dude, there's so many dudes entering the portal.
So, so she's difficult. Yeah, I'm just saying she's just, and the other thing too, and this is just, I'm just going to say this. If DRF at the end of the day, is, like I said, I think that she's not going to pay, in my opinion, I don't think she's going to pay her a dime to leave. She's going to make her coach that one out. It's not a non-rev sport. And then after that, after a 7-21 season, boom, think you look somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
so that's where it's at. Also, the other thing, Lude is my daddy, clearly a DRF fan. We appreciate you either way. But I'll also say at the end of the day that they've gotten progressively worse, no matter the talent that you've got in. And I think Kobe Altheel put out there that you could put together literally the best team in college basketball history with like the players that have left Arizona.
Here's the thing with Adia too, because I noticed Lude is my daddy talking about 0 NIL. She has NIL. That's you don't have no NIL and land Jada Williams and Brea Cunningham and all these girls. You don't do it. She's had fantastic recruiting classes.
Right.
So the idea that all of a sudden it's only about money to me is yes. And if it is BS, DRF isn't in charge of NIL.
Right.
Like DRF doesn't do NIL for women's basketball. She doesn't do NIL for men's basketball. There's people, there's coaches whose job that is. There's boosters and all that. So you have to wonder that if the money all of a sudden has dried up, maybe just maybe there's a reason for that.
No, Javier, listen, I get Javier. By the way, you know what's funny about Javier? The only time he hasn't been in the chat in the last week was when Koa Pete committed. Weird.
Yeah, Kobe's right. Jada was literally complaining she had to give back her Porsche. Like, come on.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. She's gonna be all right. And again, she said she felt trapped. Whatever that, I don't know what that Gen Z term is, but I guarantee you it wasn't compliment. So it is what it is. I don't know what it is. But that is our women's basketball talk for today. We will keep you updated, but we know what's going on. This is going to be a fun one to watch from afar. Now, let's get back to a little bit of Arizona men's basketball. But first, we've got to pay a few bills. What do I got? Yes. All right. Back the rock. All right. Green Valley Decorative Rock, my friend. Scheer, you need rocks in your backyard, correct?
Yep, absolutely. More rocks, the merrier.
Yes. All right. Now, 2 convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley, 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials. They had their best month on record there. And again, very, very good. Again, go through our guy, Mike Natalski, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Scheer, can we really push that? Back? Can we push back against these rumors as well?
I wake up every day knowing that there's a fight to be had.
There is a fight to be had, and we are winning this fight. We are not at the end line yet. We are winning this fight. Green Valley Decorative Rock. And again, check it out. Back the Rock. They are in Tucson as well. Check it out. All right. Boom. Now, what else we got? Talk to me. Bring it up. BridgeTek Communications. All right, Scheer, I was looking for a gym in Seattle. This is true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guess what? It was very, very dangerous where we were staying. Very, very dangerous. And so I couldn't find a gym. But guess what? These gyms, these dummies didn't use BridgeTek Communications because I couldn't find them anywhere. BridgeTekCommunications.com would have been able to help me find their gym, their men's wellness clinic, women's wellness spa, and promotes 100+ health entities across multiple states. 750% average ROI. Very, very good. Oh, AZ12. We need to get AZ12 sunglasses. Cody, can you do that? And a straw hat. Yummy, yummy. Holy moly. But first, BridgeTek Communications. Tony is the absolute man. We like Tony. He came up, again, support Tony. BridgeTekCommunications.com. Over 100 entities, and they've worked with over 1,000 clients. They know what they're doing. Boom. Check it out. All right. What else we got? Boom. Here, you live by Tony Chimino, right?
Yeah, thank God.
No, I mean,
the paparazzi are crazy, but it's worth it.
Talk about Tony Chimino. Look at this putz. Every time we're around Tony, he's mad. He's always mad. He's surly. He's incorrigible. Either way, look at Tony. Look how happy legitimately he is. I think this is the happiest Tony's probably been since his wedding day.
He never smiles, so I'm glad to see him smile here.
And on top of that, well, listen, Scheer, if somebody's saving you $2,000, you're probably going to smile, no?
Oh, duh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so again, check it out. Free routine maintenance for first-time clients and a small business with big savings. Build on trust for the long haul. Perfect track record. 520-222-7012. Comfort X HVAC. Okay. Now, Nick Arenas, great Nick Arenas says, let's see here. What do you got? Who do you guys worry most about leaving? No reason needed.
Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden. Now, I don't put Carter in there because he could leave. But as far as somebody that we were expecting back, Jaden's the one that would worry me the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Now, I'm going to ask you a few players. This is not the hedge segment, but I'm going to ask you a few players and if they are on Arizona's roster next year. And again, it's all fluid. Okay?
Fine.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
You're just generating me now.
On a scale of 1 to 10 for just one. And then we'll just do yes or no. Deal?
Fine.
Braden L. Burries.
7. That was good.
That was good. That was a pro move right there. Let Scheer cook. Yes, exactly. Also, Ohio. Everybody in there, you Gen Z putzes. I don't get this one. Why in the world is Ohio a thing? And why do people talk about it? I I don't get it. I don't get it. Ohio is, listen, some of the stuff I find kind of funny, like sus and cope, like whatever. Those are kind of funny. Ohio is ridiculous, Scheer. That's stupid.
It is stupid. It is stupid.
Like,
Right.
I don't get it at all. I don't get it. Like, you and I were, I messaged Scheer yesterday and I said, what is this Ohio thing or whatever? And he's like, and he sent it to me and he says, I don't
Girls do not use Ohio. Aurora said that's very old. It was like a thing for like a month years ago.
Ohio. So Ohio is not used anymore?
No. Nope.
Good. All right. I'm going 8 on Braden L. Burries, by the way. Now Jesse Britches. This is an interesting one because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Braden Burries is listed as a combo guard. Would he play point guard? There is such a thing as point guards anymore. He's not a point guard.
Arizona's recruiting him as a point guard.
Okay. Boom. I don't believe he's a point guard, but at the same time, Arizona's recruiting him as a point guard. So there it is. It could be a combo guard. Let me ask you this. When Braden L. Burries is in the NBA, is he a point guard or in the NBA, is he a point guard or is he a 2 guard?
Arizona's recruiting Braden Burries as a point guard.
Oh, you're good. This is good. All right. Yes, it's popular with 9-year-olds. Ohio is so stupid. That's one of the, I'm going to mock you.
Sus, dude. It's so sus.
It's sus. I am going to mock you all relentlessly for this dumb term. It's so dumb. Okay. Now.
Cope.
Yep. Now, this is not a on a scale of 1 to 10. Not a scale on a 1 to 10, Scheer. This is just a yes or no. Okay, young man?
Ready.
Carter L. Bryant.
And this is very fluid. I could change it 10 minutes.
This is very fluid. We're going to agree on this one here.
I think he's back.
I do too. And again, this could easily not be the case, but again, boom. Yes.
Oh, Carter just announced no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. Yes. Mike coping because Ohio is too much Riz. What does Riz mean?
Oh, no. We're not doing that this show.
That's something good. All right. Well, whatever. Yes. At first, Mike P-Hoff says, at first Mike said NBA and I was confused. Thanks for specifying it was the MNBA. All right. So tomorrow we should know a lot more stuff. But again, this was very, very good. You guys are very.
Am I on tomorrow or are we changing?
No, you're off tomorrow, but then you're back Wednesday because you got practice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. On that note, though, you guys are the best. We're this off season's here, baby. I love the portal season. Woohoo! Portal season. Boom, 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 boom.
Favorite season. That old transfer portal.
And ASU. Oh, should we live tweet the crown tourney tonight?
Yeah, it's Nebraska. I don't see why not. We could get away with it.
Everybody out there, we need to live tweet the Crown Invitational or whatever. Yes. All right. On that, sure. Where can they find you?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby.
Yes, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Very much appreciated. We're going to have to 485 lives today on a Monday. What?
Monday.
Yes. Ben one white. Ben one white. Got the K, baby. Got the K, baby. Can you imagine all the Illinois putzes that were looking up? Some probably thinking it was some prospect named Ben One White.
Yes.
We're not done with you guys. We are not. We are only getting started, my friends.
Damn right, baby. You have no idea what's coming.
You don't know what's coming. You messed with
Paul. Johnson winds up at Arizona, baby.
Ooh.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying.
I don't think it will either, but it's still fun to talk about. Yes. All right. On that note, though, for Jason Scheer, for Cody James Martin, everybody in the chat, you guys are great. Yeah, we will be back with you tomorrow. You have been listening to the AZ12 podcast.